Hey, what's going on, guys? Kevin here, and in this video, I'm going to be covering my DraftKings Week 2 picks. Sorry I'm getting this video out a little late this week. I had a busy week. It's actually my 30th birthday right now, so I'm recording this Saturday morning on my birthday. Hopefully that brings us some luck. So let's get right into it. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. Instead of giving out the top high price picks for the week, some of the obvious plays, I'll be giving out a few cheaper or lower owned guys that I think make good plays in the large GPP contests, such as the Millie Maker. Most of these players will be riskier picks that I wouldn't play in cash games. So let's get right into it. All right, so my first set of picks here is going to be a quarterback and wide receiver stack. I've got Cam Newton at 6,600 paired with Devin Funchess at 4,700. At that price tag, Funchess should be somewhat popular with Olsen out, but Newton at 6,600 will be pretty low owned, projected about 2 to 5% between Fantasy Labs and Fanshare. The Panthers are in Atlanta as 6-point underdogs. The Falcons defense has some key injuries, but the Panthers implied team total is still low, meaning Cam should be low owned. Cam had 18 DraftKings points last week despite throwing for just 161 yards, showing you how valuable his running can be. And talking about his running, Cam rushed for 59 and 86 yards against the Falcons last season, but didn't have as much success through the air, just 14 and 20 DraftKings points. But if he can put the two together, his passing game and his running game, he could be set up for a big game this week. Funchess gets a bump with Olsen out. He had 3 games over 20 DraftKings points last year and 5 with over 16 DraftKings points, showing you he's got that upside. We're hoping for about 20 plus this week. At 4,700. So the Panthers are dealing with some injuries on offense, making this a risky stack, but I like it for a low-owned one in the contest, such as a Millie Maker. All right, so moving on, we got another wide receiver here, Geronimo Allison, 3,800. The Packers are at home versus the Vikings. They're currently 1.5-point favorites, but Aaron Rodgers is questionable for this game, so that's something to watch. We want Aaron Rodgers to play if we're going to have Geronimo Allison in our lineups. So make sure Aaron Rodgers is in. For now, I'm going to be throwing Allison in my lineups, just expecting Rodgers to play. But if he gets ruled out, I'll probably be pulling Allison out of my lineups. The Packers' number 1 receiver, Davante Adams, is also questionable, meaning that Allison could have an increased role even if Adams plays. So he might be kind of a decoy, or he might also be struggling with that injury. Maybe he leaves halfway through the game. So you never know. Either way, Allison's role could be increased. We could get lucky if we play Allison and Davante Adams kind of leaves the game. Allison would move up a little bit there. He's number 3 receiver right now, could move up. He did see a lot of targets in week 1. He had 8 targets, 5 catches, 69 yards, nice, and 1 touchdown for 18 DraftKings points. So at 3,800, I think he makes a pretty solid play, even in a tough matchup against the Vikings. Moving on to running back here, there's lots of great running back options this week. I think ownership's going to be somewhat spread out because there is so many options again here in week 2. But for a lower owned play, I'm going with Ajayi at 6,300. The Eagles are 3-point favorites in Tampa Bay with the implied team total of 23.5 points. So a decent number of points expected to be scored by the Eagles, and Ajayi should be getting a bigger workload. Sproles has been ruled out. Sproles had 29 snaps in week 1, so I expect most of those to go to Ajayi. Clement's role will be increased a little bit, but I think Ajayi is going to be kind of a workhorse back here in week 2. He had 2 touchdowns and 20 DraftKings points in week 1, and now he's facing a Bucs defense that gave up 40 points last week. So I like this play at the price. I think that if we knew Sproles would be out, DraftKings would bump his price up to maybe 7K or something like that. So I really like Ajayi this week. And for my tight end sleeper pick, I'm going with Vance McDonald from the Steelers, 3,100. The Steelers are 5.5-point home favorites versus the Chiefs, with easily the highest total on the board at 53.5 points. So a lot of points expected to be scored here. Vance McDonald missed week 1 due to injury, so this is definitely a risky play. I wouldn't really throw him in any cash games, even though he is a nice price. He's more of a tournament play because we don't really know what his role is going to be here in this offense, especially here in week 2. In his first week back from injury. But the reports in the summer said that McDonald would be the number 1 pass catching tight end in Pittsburgh this season, which kind of makes sense. They've got him under contract for a couple more years. He's looked good. He's got high potential. He just needs to stay healthy. He showed his upside with 24 DraftKings points versus the Jags in the playoffs last year. And again, just needs to stay healthy to contribute to the Steelers offense. But I wouldn't be surprised if they throw him right into the mix here. And at 3,100, I think he makes a good lower owned. I think he's been talked about a little bit, but I still think he's going to be under 5% for sure. So a good low owned play in these larger GPPs. All right, so my favorite DFS tool is Fantasy Labs. If you guys don't have an account there, I highly recommend you check them out. I'll leave my link in the YouTube description below. Go check them out. You can use my Sports Geek model if you have an account. You can just copy it over into your own models, as well as all the other pro models and all the other tools they have at Fantasy Labs. So check them out. I'll leave my link in the YouTube description below. And thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a big favor. Hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. And make sure you click that bell notification button as well so you don't miss out on any future videos. That's it, guys. Good luck this week. Hopefully one of you guys wins that milli. Talk to you later.